So last week you met the terms improper fraction and mixed number. I'm just going to do a little bit of a recap on that and just make sure that you fully understand what we mean by these terms and also how to interchange between the two different types. So basically, an improper fraction, another term that we would use for that is a top-heavy fraction. It's a fraction where your bigger number is on the top, so the numerator is the bigger number, in other words. With a mixed number, you've got a whole number part and you've got a fraction part. The diagram below down here would demonstrate that actually these two things in this particular example, your 12 over 7, is actually the same thing as 1 whole and 5 sevenths. If we drew out 12 pieces and we said each piece represents 1/7, if we group together 7 of them, as we have on the right here, you see that that makes what a 1 whole piece. So 7 sevenths makes your whole piece, and then you've got your 5 sevenths left over. So visually you can see that works. But what we're really looking for is that you're able to go between a top-heavy fraction and a mixed number without having to draw the picture. So how can we do this without drawing all these wee pictures? So one way I want you to sort of think about it is if you had 14 thirds. So you, in this diagram here, I've drawn out 14 separate thirds. Every time we get a group of 3 like this, it makes 1 whole. So you can see all the way down here that actually there's another group of thirds, 3 thirds, another group of 3 thirds, and another group of 3 thirds. So by the time we get to the bottom, we've actually got 4 and 2 thirds. So in general, how can we get from this 14 over 3 into 4 and 2 thirds, again without drawing the picture? And what we do is, or what I'd like you to notice, if we divide, so this division here, if we do 3 into 14, so that's the bottom of our fraction number, our denominator, 3 goes into 14 4 times, but you also get a remainder, and that remainder in this case is 2. And notice that the 4 was what our whole number was, and the 2 was how many thirds we had that didn't create the whole picture. So this sort of process of dividing the numerator by the denominator helps us get from an improper fraction into a mixed number. If we want to go the other way, can you write a mixed number into an improper fraction? And in order to do this, what we'll be thinking about here is if you have 2 whole pieces and 3 fifths, so each of the whole pieces, we want to think about it as being split up into 5 fifths, like that. And you can see in total there that we've actually got 13 fifths. So working with this, how did we get that? And in general, right, this is what we do with this. If you notice that if we do the whole number, right, times the bottom number, so in this case do 2 times that's your whole number, times the denominator, which would be the 5, 2 times 5, add on the 3, right, that does in fact give us the 13, which is the numerator of your fraction. So this is the rule that we're going to be using to do this. So this process here, right, 2 times 5, add on the 3, making 13, is what gives you the top number of your fraction. Your bottom number will still be the same. So you've got 2 and 3 fifths is 13 fifths. So if you were asked to write 35/6 as a mixed number, you should be saying, oh, I need to divide, so I'm going to do 6 into 35. When I do that, 6 goes into 35 5 times, and I get a remainder of 5. This one here, the first 5, that's my whole number. The remainder that I get, that's the top of the fraction, so it's going to be 5 and 5, 6. Okay, so the whole number part here will tell you the whole number part of the mixed number. If you're dealing with an improper fraction, a mixed number, to write as an improper fraction, right, the top number on your fraction is worked out by doing 4 times 7 add on 2, right, which in this case is going to give us 30. So we are going to end up with 30 over 7. So you're going to be working on exercise 1 and 2. There's a wee bit of revision as well on equivalence and also improper fractions and mixed numbers.